Whatever you did, can you do it some more now? Swear you got me falling for your ass and then whatever you gave, can you take some more now?
And we are officially in LA. More specifically, Anaheim. She is just doing some selfies. I'm just getting ready because we're gonna have some dinners tonight. Can you take a photo of me? Finish. So our first stop was within Anaheim, and we got to eat at the Cheesecake Factory, which was one of the places that I always need to go to when I'm here. We did some walking around after that, and then we went back to Anaheim and we walked around downtown Disney. What we pretty much did is that we just walked around everywhere we could walk around from. So we went to different stores, we also checked out some of the food places, mainly spent some time in the Disney store, and then it was time to head to some dessert place in Anaheim where I tried some coconut coffee, and this was my reaction. We got up nice and early to go to Universal Studios, and of course to get to Universal Studios you first stop by the Universal City Walk. Universal Studios isn't open for another hour or so, so we just walked around, and once Starbucks opened we grabbed a drink, and of course I got a matcha, and then it was time to head into Universal Studios. We went to the lower lot first where we went to Super Nintendo World and immediately went on the ride first because that is the one that will have the longest lines, and I absolutely just love the architecture here. Like, I am in love with this place. I absolutely love this place. It's honestly so cute, and I wouldn't mind waiting in line because you can admire the little artistics of Nintendo World. So this is what happens towards the start of the ride, and then it required us to wear these helmets, which was kind of fun. And then once the ride was all ready to go, it's kind of like Mario Kart, to be honest. Then we went to the Transformers ride, which was right next to it, had these 3D glasses, and then the Mummy ride, which was one of my favorite rides, and then we went back to the upper lot.
I'm gonna go on the roller coaster. She's also recording.
And we went on the rides that was there in Wizarding World of Harry Potter, so they had 2 rides over there, and of course I absolutely love the architecture that they bring into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It literally feels like you are in Harry Potter. And of course you cannot not get butterbeer, and I've had it like a few times already, but I always act like it's my first time having it. And then we just explored a little bit of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Even though I've been here a few times, I like exploring it like it's my first time. And then we had our lunch before walking around a little bit more into City Walk before heading back to the park to go to the studio tour. So I don't want to spoil it too much, but like these are like some of the favorite things that I liked in the studio tour. And yeah, of course, like one of my favorite shows is The Good Place, and when I saw this I got so excited. So yeah, that was pretty much what the studio tour was, and once that was done it was time to head to our next ride, which is the Despicable Me themed ride, and my sister and I really like this ride. Then we went to Springfield to get the gigantic donut, which is the size of my head, and then we went to the actual ride in the Krusty Land. We did some final exploring, like going to the gift shop before going back into City Walk. We'll have our dinner, and it was at this Italian place, and the pasta was honestly so good. I'm craving it as I'm looking at it, and then the chocolate cake too. Then we hung around City Walk and went shopping. Disneyland day today. We walked over to Disneyland. We waited for the park to open and then immediately went to our first ride, which was Pirates of the Caribbean. Then we went on our next ride, which was Indiana Jones, followed up by the Jungle Cruise, which was right next to it. So we pretty much just hit the rides that were all next to each other. Then we went in front of the castle to take pictures. Then we went to Tomorrowland to go on Space Mountain, one of our favorite roller coasters, followed by Autopia, which was right next to it. Star Tours, but I don't have a video of it, so that's a fit check. We went on another roller coaster called the Big Mountain.
Hold it like that, and you grip that. Grip it. This is a good angle for us. I should have given you the strap.
It's fine. I hold my phone for dear life. Oh my god, there's a devil!
Is that it?
Nope.
Oh. Oh. Oh, false alarm. I thought it was gone.
But this is the part where everyone thinks it's a dip.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, everyone thinks it's a dip.
Is it? It's not? Are you lying? Are you saying that?
Everyone thinks it's
Are you
a dip.
lying?
Everyone thinks it's a dip. Yeah. Everyone thinks it's a dip, but it's not.
Is that it?
Then we were hungry, it was time for lunch, so we pre-ordered our food so we didn't have to wait in line. They would just grab that at the Stage Door Cafe. After eating our food, we checked out Star Wars Land. We went on the ride, checked out more of the place, even tried out this little drink.
Yeah, will I like this?
Yes. Right? It's like, it's fruity. It's,
I don't know why I was expecting it to be bad. It's actually okay.
it's fruity.
After checking out more of Star Wars Land, we got a churro, had a little churro break, and then we went into Toontown to check it out. We went to Mickey's house so we can meet Mickey, and I love going to Mickey's house, to be honest. Like, it's cute. It's like really cute. Like it's like an actual house kind of, and then there was a little film before we went to watch, and then this is some little video footage of me meeting Mickey. I'd never gone on before because it just opened. Was Mickey's Runway Railway, which absolutely became like one of my new favorite rides. Like, it's kind of like being in Mickey's house but like in a ride form. So yeah, this was pretty exciting. Like, oh my goodness, look at this. So once the ride was done, I went and took my pictures in front of Mickey's Railway, and then we went on our next ride, which was a pretty chill one called the Storybook Ride. Then we had a little popcorn break, and then we went back to Adventureland because we have reached our top of the virtual queue to Haunted Mansion. Once we were done with that, then we just went back into Fritter's World and went on to the Matterhorn, which was something that we used the Lightning Lane for. It was time for dinner, so we went to our next stop, which was the Plaza Inn, which is something that we always usually go to every time we go to Disneyland. It was like a classic chicken dinner, which is really good and pretty satisfying. And by the time we got out, it was dark, so the castle was glowing. We went back to Toontown because we wanted to go on the Runway Railway ride again because we just enjoyed it that much. Then it was time to catch the fireworks, so we managed to find a spot next to Tomorrowland because we want to try to get into Space Mountain once the fireworks was done. Like to be honest, it's not the best view, but at least you can still see the fireworks. Once it was sort of just almost done, we just went straight into Space Mountain, but then the fireworks were still there, so we were still looking at it, and then we finally just went into the line and all of that. We didn't have any lightning lane anymore, so we couldn't progress through the line, but it's fine. Like, it was okay to wait for this ride. We just did some final exploring. We even went to Fantasyland just to go on some of the little kid rides because the little kids go home, so why not go on the little kids rides that they are still very cute. Like, I love them. And then it was time to say goodbye to Disneyland again because yeah, it was getting really late. My feet was getting really tired, so just walked along Main Street for one last time and made a promise that we will be back. First, I had to stop by Starbucks so I can get my Mickey shaped cookie, and the thing is, I accidentally broke my Mickey shaped cookie, so it ended up like that. The last day after church, we went to IHOP, and I just got this caramel apple hot chocolate and chicken and waffles instead of getting pancakes because I was just craving chicken and waffles instead of pancakes. And we went back to the hotel to check out. We have checked out of the hotel. It's been like one more final day in LA before we head out for our flight
tonight.
That last stop was the Paramount Pictures studio tour. So I wasn't able to film as much here, but like here were like some of the highlights. Like when you walk in, you see some little props, some real things, and we also got to go on a little red carpet too. Then it was time to head out into the lot, so we got to go on this golf cart, which was pretty cool, and we got our own individual headsets so that we can listen in while we're on the tour. And yeah, I liked how we had this little pass too. I still have it till this day. We took some pictures here. We also got to see the little park over here where they had like cinemas and stuff, and the Forrest Gump bunch, and got to see a lot of cool sets like the New York sets. And yeah, I realized I didn't film much, so here is where we were at the prop room, and that concluded the tour. And then we went into Trader Joe's and also had a lunch somewhere nearby. I don't even remember where it was, but it was ramen that was pretty good, and it was a satisfying last meal. We dropped off our rental car, then we went to the airport because it's time to go back to reality.